Well, good evening and welcome to this edition of Jay's Retro Toys and Games. I'm your host, Jason DeCanio. We're still in Season 2. We're here, Episode 54, tonight, March 22nd, 2023. And we're looking at a toy. Well, not much of a toy, more of a game. That's right. A game played by 2 to 4 players. Had a lot of action, a lot of excitement. Yeah. A tabletop game made for 2 to 4 players, produced by Hasbro under the brand of its subsidiary, Milton Bradley. The idea for the game was published in 1967 by toy inventor Fred Kroll, and it was introduced in 1978. The object of the game, for each player to collect as many marbles as possible with their toy hippo. The game is marketed under the Elf Fun and Friends banner, along with Elf Fun, Mousetrap, and Gator Golf. Tonight, the 45-year anniversary of the game that's been in our childhood for as long as we could possibly have it. Hungry Hungry Hippos. Tonight on Jay's Retro Toys and Games. Okay, let's get rolling here on this Wednesday night, March 22nd, 2023. Hope you had a good weekend and enjoying the rest of the other podcasts and other shows going on in our library of stuff that I host here on YouTube and, of course, Anchor now, which is Spotify for casters, actually, more or less. So we're glad that you're with us here for another edition of the Retro Toys and Games. This is episode number 54. And we're looking tonight at Hungry Hungry Hippos. So the game board is surrounded by 4 mechanical, colorful, plastic hippopotamuses operated by levers on their backs. And when the lever is pressed, the hippo opens its mouth and extends its head forwards on a telescopic neck. And when the lever is released, the head comes down and retracts. Plastic marbles are dispensed into the board by each player, and the players repeatedly press the lever on their hippo in order to have it eat the marbles, which travel down from under the hippo into a small scoring area for each player. Once all marbles have been captured, the player who has collected the most is the winner. The original late 70s and 80s television advertisements for the game featured a memorable jingle. If you want to win the game, you've got to take a good aim and get the most marbles with your hippo. Play Hungry Hungry Hippos. Hungry Hungry Hippos. The 90s advertisements featured a series of brightly colored cartoon hippos dancing in a conga line, singing Hungry Hungry Hippos to the beat. It's a race, it's a chase, hurry up and feed their face. Who will win? No one knows. Feed the hungry hippos. Hungry Hungry Hippos, open up and there it goes. As of 2009, the song in the commercial is the Elf Fun and Friends theme song. So there were 4 hippopotamuses in the original version of the game. Lizzie Hippo, she's pink and purple. Henry Hippo, orange. Homer Hippo is the green one. And Harry Hippo is yellow. I didn't even know they had names until now. In some versions of Hungry Hungry Hippos, Henry is blue. In others, the purple hippo is happy. In the fall of 2009, North American edition of the game has a lighter blue base with pastel-colored versions of the hippos. Sweetie Potamus, she's pink. Bottomless Potamus, yellow. Veggie Potamus is green. And Picky Potamus, not Pinky, Picky. Picky Potamus is orange. And then the 2012 release has a slightly darker blue base and has the following hippos: Sweetie, Bottomless, Veggie, and Hungry Hippo, he's the orange one. In 1991, Innovative Concepts and Entertainment created a redemption arcade version of the game, a supersized resemblance of the board game version. The amount of marbles consumed was displayed at the top of the dome for each player, and the more marbles a Hippo consumed, the more tickets that Hippo's player received. The previous year, Sinclair User published a game called Piggy Punks, written by Hellenic Software for the ZX Spectrum, which was inspired by the board game. The game showed an overhead view of a board with 4 pigs, each controlled by a separate player, in place of the 4 hippos. In 2012, film studio Emmett Furla Films announced that they were working on an animated film adaptation of Hungry Hungry Hippos, along with Monopoly and Action Man. The movie's plot and other details are being kept secret. Production was originally scheduled to start in early 2016. This film was also released earlier as a horror film in 2007 by Randall Emmett George. The game has been referenced in The Simpsons, Mystery Science Theater 3000, Donnie Darko, Toy Story 3, My Little Pony the movie, The Last Man on Earth, Safe Havens, Space Force, and in the After Party. There is also a battle level based on the game in the 2016 Micro Machines game. Rogue Judges, a volunteer judging group at Gen Con, ran a first annual Hungry Hungry Hippos World Championship in August of 2015 and have continued to hold one every year since at the Indiana Convention Center. A Hungry Hungry Hippos tournament was also hosted at Smash the Record in 2017. And there you have it, friends. A very short but detailed look at Hungry Hungry Hippos. Next up in our toys and games, we'll look at another game next week on the program. Let's see where we were supposed to go with the next game. I think we have not done Toss Across yet. So we're going to do that one next week. We have not even gotten to it, even though that's one of the games on our logos, as you know. So the game was first introduced in 1969 by the now defunct Ideal Toy Company. So it's been around for over 50 years and was designed by Marvin Glass and Associates and created by Hank Kramer, Larry Reiner, and Walter Moe, and is now distributed by Mattel, which pretty much makes everything. So Toss Across will be our game next week, or not next week, but this Friday on episode 55 of Jay's Retro Toys and Games. I'm Jason Icanio, thanking you very much for this edition, episode 54, Hungry Hungry Hippos. We'll see you definitely next week. Not next week, but we'll see you on we'll see you on Friday for more of Retro Toys and Games. Have a great night, and we'll see you then. Bye for now.
Don't forget to subscribe to the David3000 Network for great more content like this one.